I have paid to promote my music with Facebook and Instagram ads last year, and today we are looking at how much money I have used on ads in 2023 and how much I was able to withdraw from Distrokid in 2023. I use Facebook ads to promote my music mainly because I have little time to do anything else promotion related with a day job, music production on the side, and this YouTube channel. Let's take a look at the numbers, and you should really stick to around the end of this video where I explain the reasoning behind this in more detail. So here are some of the transactions. It begins with the last month of December 2023. This is in Norwegian currency, but if we go down here, add up everything, the total amount I have used on Facebook advertising in 2023 is $1,935. $161 a month. And if we take a look at Distrokid, what I have withdrawn, we can see here on all withdrawals. February 2023, 65, 47, 47, and then in June, 43, 45. It's going up a little bit, 74, 83, 86, 90, 90.36. Add all of these together is $629 in withdrawals. My monthly costs for promoting my music adjusted with the Distrokid income was $109 or $1,306 for 1 year. As you can see here, I also have $100 sitting in my Distrokid account that I have accumulated that I can get paid out now if I want, and this is really earnings from 2023 because Distrokid is usually around 3 or 4 months behind in payments, but I can't account for this for 2023 earnings. But I just wanted to show you that this is here in my account going straight into advertising again, into the ads. I believe that this can be one of the best things in terms of return on investment if you are going to use money to promote your music. This way you are getting real people to your music and you're not getting bots. And that's what you want for long-term growth, not for some just short 2 weeks statistics in your artist's Spotify. That's not something long-term that is going to work. But for the math geniuses of you, you might say, well, wait a minute, you didn't earn anything here. You had costs in 2023. And yeah, that's true. I'm going to show you what I got from this. Let's take a look at the Spotify statistics now. So in 2023 I released a total of 9 tracks, and I did run promotion on every one of these tracks with varying results. However, we can take a look at the complete account here first. So if we go to audience, the last 12 months, I didn't start promoting my music for just 1 year ago. I think I started for about 1.5 years ago when I had basically no listeners on my Spotify profile. It was basically 1 or 2 people per day, so nothing. Look at listeners here now. You can see the growth there going from here when I just started advertising my music a little bit, going from 100 to 200 listeners, and you can see that the growth goes up here pretty good. And then I bought a car, so I stopped, let's say, investing that much. Still, you can see that I have some residual listeners here. If we go to streams, we can see that my total streams were actually almost 400,000 streams. And this actually includes streams from discovery mode as well. But if you can see here, the chart starts off here. Yeah, I'm having steadily around 1,000 to about maximum of 2,000 streams. Sometimes you just get some kind of release radar or discover. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, sometimes you get some bumps here. Streams per listeners are over 3, so that means that when people are finding my music, they're listening to more of it, and that's pretty good. My save ratio is not, I don't think it's that good. This is my save ratio getting added to organic playlists, and we can see my followers slowly going up here. We can take a look at segments. 2% active audience, 13% previously active audience, 85 programmed audience. I think this is radio. I'm not really sure what this means. Let's go to demographics. Here we can see it's for the last 28 days. The age, location. So United States, Germany, engagement on my previous releases gets automatically promoted to your followers. I'm not focusing much on Apple Music, but when you release music through Distrokid, you release it usually to a lot of different DSPs, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Deezer, and places like that. And I get some residual people into, for example, Apple Music when I run my promotion campaigns, even if the promotion campaigns is just for Spotify. Some people go find my YouTube channel, some people find my music on Apple Music, some people go to Bandcamp, some people actually buy the music as well. So here are some stats on Apple Music. It's not really that high, but you can see that I have a few plays here. In the past 4 weeks, it's 695. Nothing to write home about really, but it's something. And if we take year to date, we can see that it's going up a little bit. And if you see lifetime, you have like nothing here, and it kind of starts growing a little bit. So I actually started promoting my music for over a year ago when I found the guy Andrew Southworth on YouTube, which talks a lot about music promotion on YouTube. So a big shout out to him. I have been trying to follow his recommendations on what I am doing on my promotion, and it seems like it's working. So I started off with a Spotify profile with almost no interactions. I'm gaining almost 400,000 streams in total now, so I think that's pretty good. I know that you should do other things. If you're young, not an old dude like me, you should go out, meet people. It's probably one of the best ways to perhaps promote your music, get to a place where you have a scene for that type of music you are creating. But I'm a 32-year-old dude. I like being at home, and I don't have a need to be like some kind of Next Dead Mouse or some other artist like that. If I can get a smaller but dedicated following that truly likes some of my tracks, that's a dream scenario for me, and that's fine by me for the time being. So what you need to get this to work then? Well, the first thing, pretty obvious, you need good music to get this working, and it has to be music that resonates with people that listen on Spotify and other streaming services. So how do you know if your music is good or not? Well, in technical terms, it should be no less than 80% of the quality of top charting tracks already on streaming services. So you need to ask yourself if you are there yet. Maybe try to get an independent third party that doesn't know you to just chime in on this. Ask them if they think your track is kind of ready for that 80 or 90%. And if you run Facebook ads, if the Facebook ad creative is good, the graphics, if it's good enough, all of those things are okay with your ad setup and everything, this can kind of show you if your track is going to work or if it's good or not. If the ad is expensive, in my cases, it's usually, the track wasn't good enough, or it was so far out there that it's difficult for Facebook to find those people. So in that way, Facebook ads can to some extent show you if your track is good or not. But honestly, it's actually really difficult to know if your track is good or not, and I think I found a guy that can also answer this question. In this podcast, he asked deadmau5 if he knows a track is going to be good or not. So let's take a look at that.
Do you know what's going to be a hit?
I really don't. No. My biggest hit, I almost shit-canned. I did there was a guy at Mousetrap that was working for us named Harvey Tabman. He was my tour manager for like a little bit. I wrote Strobe in a hotel room at the Great Eastern Hotel in England. I had my computer and everything.
It's a great podcast. You should check it out. It's Sean Ryan Show, talking with Joel. It's almost 4 hours long. But as you can see here, even he doesn't really know if a track is going to be good or not. And one of his most popular tracks, called Strobe, he almost didn't release it. And it's like his top track. So sometimes you just have to try. I kind of live by this idea when I make my tracks, and if I think they are technically good enough, I try them out, and if they do really poorly on ads, I usually turn off the ad and I use that money on a track I know that is doing good instead. My strategy, at least. And if you pay for cheap streams, I mean something like Fiverr, something similar like that, getting into some kind of shady playlists, you usually in a short period of time, let's say 2 weeks or something, you get a huge spike in your statistics, but that is most cases just bots. And you can see afterwards in the Spotify artists that you don't have a tail with music listeners, and I can show you that how that works in one of my tracks here. So if I go to, let's say, resonance frequency, go to last 12 months, you can see that still getting streams here. I'm not really running that many ads on it. Deep structures, this is pretty popular track. Also, it's just going, having some residual streams. And we can take a look at another track which I tried using bots on. Actually, I'm not sure if I can say that because Spotify can ban you if you do that. But we can take a look at this one. It's barely nothing, just like 1 or 0. It's nothing. So if you're going that route, or if you're buying cheap things on Fiverr, playlisting, you should really research and see if you don't buy anything nefarious, which is going to, in worst case, affect your Spotify profile, perhaps even ban your Spotify profile. So I would rather not do that, but it's up to you. So what I'm seeing now is that I'm getting to a point where I can get around $100 from Distrokid every month. And if I put in, let's say, $200 of my own money, this will keep on going. Eventually, you will also build up followers, you will build up streams, people will come back to your profile, and if you keep releasing music, if you keep advertising your music, at some point you will probably break even, meaning your streaming earnings can pay for more of your advertisement costs. And you get other benefits too. I sometimes get messages on Instagram saying, well, I really love that track, and it's a little ego boost to get those comments. I mean, people go to like my Bandcamp, they follow me there, and some people even pay for a track. Andrew Southworth is saying that you should spend around $300 a month if you want to get some kind of traction on this, no less than that. So I'm trying to do that for the foreseeable future, and I mean, I see this as an investment. I make music because I like doing it, but I also like people listening to my tracks. With all the amount of music that is uploaded nowadays and the competition, you need to do something to stand out. This is not the only solution, but it's at least one of them. It's working pretty good for me. I hope you got something out of this, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.